Hello, everybody. Welcome, heroes. Welcome to Zeros on Heroes Ad Nauseam, the show where the commercials are the show. I'm your host, Mike, Chief Kixologist Medgar. I am here to tell you all about our commercial experiences. We love advertising, we love marketing, we love how in our face it is all the time, and we can't get enough of it. Might as well talk about it. And with two of my great friends and co-hosts on the show. Let's welcome to the show R. Alex Murray, aka the Biggest Green.
What up, Paso la Pelota, baby? I'm ready. I've got a corner kick this bad boy into overdrive. Yeah, baby.
Rep words that are related to the topic of today's show. Which
I play football for sure.
After our introduction of our next co-host, years of experience, our MVP of advertising, ladies and gentlemen of all genders, welcome John Smith, aka the Beautiful Game.
Pele, Ted Lasso, all the greats.
Pele, Ted Lasso, all the greats. I love a good cinematic soccer reference, because that's how most Americans are reminded that soccer exists. Is that today's topic of the show is the World Cup.
Ole, 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 ole.
Vuvuzuela sound.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Listening to that intro, when you were like, we love advertising, I'm like, I actually don't know if I do. And then it's like, it's soccer. I also don't know about any shit about that. I'm really in a good space today, you know?
Yeah, the thing is that I like to thank the World Cup for the advertisements that come with it, because it feels like every 4 years, because like the Olympics, the American, like all of World Cup advertising is reminding Americans that they are the out group of the most popular sport in the world. Like, hey, dummies, everyone else on earth this is like religion for them, and you guys are the only ones out. But because we're the center of the universe in our own minds, every commercial is like, are you aware? Is this the year? Is this the World Cup where
and
the
our
Americans get
attitude
involved?
every year is like, well, since only our women are good at it, shut up.
It is crazy. Like the U.S. men's team got knocked out. For reference, we're recording this on July 9th. The World Cup is in full swing. We're in the quarterfinals, I think now. It's being held in the Americas, in North America, because it's not just the United States, it's in America.
One America.
in North America, right?
Yeah.
It's the American World Cup, I guess. I don't know. Like, what would you call it? Because we'll get to it, because we're gonna talk all about our memories of being advertised for soccer, our experiences, to contextualize what's going on. We are Americans, right? So if you grew up in certain aspects of culture, maybe you played soccer as a kid. Maybe it's viewed as like a children's thing, but for the rest of the world, it's like this giant, machine of promotion and sports and corruption and politics and multinational syndicates and crime and drug dealing. And it's so soap opera. It's so good. The story around football.
Sure.
I would recommend everybody go watch the John Oliver pieces on the World Cup, because it is insane just how crazy this is to the rest of the world. And every 4 years,
gang.
FIFA is the table from John Wick. FIFA is like they are genuinely like dictating like world events by holding games. This is a game.
So much money. It's gladiatorial combat. Let's be real.
I need to know, like, I need to get more deep into the corruption aspect of it, because the real crime aspect of it is really, that seems to be because like most sports, my entire understanding of this comes from being a child confused in a field. And that is it.
Yeah,
Like,
fair enough.
that is it. Like, I'm in a field. I don't know what's happening. I know I'm not good at whatever's happening. So therefore I disconnect.
Confusion sort of leads to that. Yeah, it's hard to be good at something if you don't know the fuck is happening.
No one's explaining it to me at all because I'm a boy, so I should just know these things, I guess. But then I'm gay now, so who knows?
I mean, I don't
Here's the
know.
thing.
I'm a boy who like would have rather been at doing a play, but they
Yeah.
were like, "You're gonna go play little league soccer." I think also soccer's I think it's such a thing for kids, even in the US, where like the culture like just sort of ends.
Yeah.
It's cheap, right? Like there's a reason that it's the sport of everywhere, is because you need like a ball, or like
Yeah.
a bunch of rags tied together, or like
A
the
ball and a
head
post
of
that
one
you
of
can
your
say is a
enemies
goal.
if you're an Aztec warrior. And like
there's very little required of. So I think Americans viewed soccer as a thing for children because they historically the boomer generation, which is the generation which kind of has formed America's like culture for the last 60 years, 70
Yeah.
years, they viewed it as go let those kids run around and tire themselves out.
Well, exactly.
Yeah.
You don't have to buy any equipment. It doesn't cost them anything. They
does
send the
not-
kids to the
exactly.
Y. They spend $15 on some shin pads and maybe some cleats, and they're like, "Yeah, knock yourselves
Put a
out."
magazine in your socks, dude. Who cares?
Yeah,
They're
a local
that level.
Domino's. A local Domino's buys you some jerseys. Did you guys have all my teams were sponsored
Optimist
by like
football,
Little
yeah.
Caesars and shit when I was a kid?
Yeah,
I don't remember
mine.
if my team was sponsored.
The only little league I mean, I was in a couple things. Swim team was the only thing I actually like really did, and that was the Piranhas, babes.
I'm sorry.
That's the
You
Piranhas
guys have
babes?
show me
You guys
the
had gang signs?
swim gang sign again.
305, baby.
And then
Chomp chomp.
but then like the only other little league name I can remember was Butts Laundromat, which does not feel great to be a child named Butts, you know?
Yeah,
We
but
have to do a
Jesus
segment.
Christ, I'd give anything for my Butts Laundromat like Yellow Jackets t-shirt. You know what I mean? It would
yes.
be so good.
Our color, my league when I played as a little kid, if I remember, West Kendall Optimist in South Miami, Florida, Dade County, was. And again, as a Latino, I feel like I'm bringing a different sauce to this because it is huge in Latino culture, like it is global. Except Cubans are not really soccer people; we are baseball people.
Yeah.
So soccer was not like
It's
it was
that like we want to be Americans, but we're not, but we want to be so bad. Yeah.
Boy, does that sum up entire Cuban American culture. The proximity to whiteness. The idea that
Sorry about
my
the
team
colonizing.
My bad.
I
did. I'm Spanish, like Spanish
What?
descent.
I mean, yeah.
Indigenous people. If it was true, if I was truly Cuban descendant, I would be Taino people. I'd be Chief Hatway, where he's like Chief Hatway is like. Oh my, never mind. We're gonna get into. Like,
I am picturing you in like a conquistador helmet now, and I do see it. I see the vision.
I can't. My genetics are that of it's just
You're also
colonization,
huge, right?
in
You do look
Spanish.
like a Spanish warrior giant.
Yeah.
Like,
Give him some like
Again,
puppy.
Great
puppy
look to have now.
pantaloons.
I apologize for the ancestry that produced me, but
My
I'm
bad.
gonna ride these privileges as far as I can.
Sure.
Yeah.
But with that said, is that our team? I don't remember our team. We had like colors, and I don't think we had like company sponsors. But I do want us in the future, at some point, now that we're talking about it, I want us to find. We're gonna do a whole thing on local ads with the best named local businesses because Butts Laundromat is perfect.
That's really good.
Speaking of in our faces,
When you need to be clean, it's got to be Butts. Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Like,
Got a stain you can't solve? We'll get to the bottom of it. Butts Laundromat. Bam, bam. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do our first segment. Let's get into it. We're gonna get into add salt and battery. That's right. We have had our eyeballs and ear holes assaulted with marketing and advertisement and propaganda, which is a form something. And we want to share what stopped us in our tracks. If you see something that adsalts you and batters your brain with advertising, send it to us at zerosonheroes@gmail.com. Zeros, Zeroes.
We got to make some
ON.
audio drops for these.
Yeah.
What is this?
Zerosonheroes@gmail.com.
Like a
We could
millennial phone message leaving. You're gonna sell it out one more time. My phone number.
I'm sorry. My phone number is email zerosonheroes@gmail.com, and you can send it to us. Something that you witnessed that was an assault and on your senses and battered your brain. Which is one that mine today was submitted by a friend of mine who knows we're doing this, and he saw some of the stuff that we did live. You can follow us we're on Facebook, YouTube, we're on Twitch at Zeros on Heroes on everything, and you can send it to us there as well. But he saw it and he was like, "Oh my god, I got something for you," and he sent it to me. I'm gonna share it with you shortly.
Sweet.
I'm trying to think of like what sound drop, because now I have to. Let's get into our first add salt and battery. I'm speaking of, I'll start with Alex Vlahov, my buddy. He's
yeah,
Hi, Alex. We know him.
Yeah, he was a former Unsung Heroes visitor. He's been on our show a bunch of times when we were doing the New York show, when I was over there in the city with you guys, which I miss all the time.
Traitor.
I know. And
Disgusting.
Enjoy your fire.
I will enjoy all of the things that I can get from this town. I'm gonna ring it out here if I have to. So what stopped Alex dead in his tracks? He was ad-salted by let's add all of you guys. Hey,
What is that? It was a condom.
so
Whoa!
so much like our please go check out the previous episode on YouTube
shit.
and Facebook. It was a billboard, because I am on the West Coast. This is a car town. People drive around and see billboards all the time. And it's a goal, but it's useacondom.com. And it is a soccer ball designed condom that I think is a great idea.
Oh, God.
Because you are trying to get it in the net. You know what I'm saying? Like, you are trying to get it in,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We're all trying to score.
We're all trying
And it's
to score.
hard. And if you can't do it at least twice in 90 minutes, it's kind of a bad game.
You know what? The clock is always running. So, I mean, at a certain point, this is the metaphor rings very true.
There's something like for that domain doesn't look right to me. I just hear Jar Jar Binks like, use a condom.
Misa condom?
Use
a condom.
Use a condom.
Oh my god,
That
that's so
condom is so stiff as well.
It's
I mean,
what
yeah,
is it inflated
yes.
by? I want to know what it's.
I'm trying to think, like, is it AI? I don't know if it
absolutely it has to be, man. I don't know if it is, but it has to
the
be.
lighting looks very AI, but I don't know. It's very weird. It's a very weird image.
I hate that we live in a world where we're constantly we used to second guess Photoshop, and now everybody uses AI as the blanket term for anything that has been computer edited.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so brutal. So this is
I think it is probably AI generated, and the problem is that it's much funnier and cooler if a human being had to make that soccer condom.
Yeah, it's way funny if somebody was sitting around like rendering that. Can you zoom in on it, Mike? I want to see if I don't know if we're gonna get it, like what the little signs are. There's like little yellow signs all over the place, and I'm curious.
Oh, I think they're like glitter things,
they're just
confetti.
Just confetti. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, which is what I do every time I finally score is I shoot off yellow confetti.
Yeah. Also,
everywhere.
I do appreciate that everybody knows. Like, look, it's like go.
The lighting in this picture is crazy. It actually looks almost photoshopped into the picture itself.
Yeah.
Just how beautiful Los Angeles is, John.
It really is. Yeah. The sun out here just shines brighter on us.
Yeah, I forgot you guys got God's ring light.
But yeah, Everybody use a condom. What is let's just talk about this genuinely. Is this a good ad? Like, is this a good set? Like, use a condom.com. Is the message getting across?
I mean, it's not a subtle message, so it's like, not, yeah, right? Okay, but I mean, you're not wrong. It is also like, you know, winners use condoms is essentially, it's a very like Dare 90s coded, like, you know, only losers do drugs sort of thing.
I want to shout out to the idea of this is assault and battery. Like, it is in your face. Like, we don't got time to be pitching some deep meat. No, here's a condom. It's got a soccer ball on it. We say goal, put your dick in the net. You know, like, use a condom, but wrap it up.
I can say on a construction level, I don't like the way that G hangs over the left side of the condom. I think that that would drive me nuts as a designer. And then also on the other aspect of it is that, like, the pattern, the soccer ball pattern has no curve to it. It looks flat against the body of the condom. So it makes it feel less believable in that space. There we go. That's my art direction for this.
Yeah, it's great. The fact that they assume I have a 2D wang.
Yeah. A real flat wang. It's wide and flat.
Maybe you want a piece of my tapeworm?
It's 2D on a 3D shape. So you have a dick that is like multi-dimensional.
Oh, my non-Euclidean wang.
Yeah. I mean, at a certain point, that does become complimentary.
Yeah, non-Euclidodong. Yeah.
Also, your brain can't even comprehend the dimensions.
Before you get in the comments, I know technically dicks are also multidimensional because they're both Y, X and Y and Z. You know, like, I get it. They're not going through time. Don't have to get in the comments. We get it. Your dick is multidimensional.
You don't know. You don't know how much flux capaciting my dick does.
Man. That's our once again. Thank you to
traveling.
Alex.
All of our dicks are traveling through time. They're just going forward through time.
Yeah.
Forward at the usual pace. But I do also a big thank you to Alex Bleha for contributing to our show. What a good contribution to add salt and battery. If you see something good, send it to us at zerosonheroes@gmail.com or @Zeros on Heroes on all social media.
I'm sorry, Mike, one more time. What was that?
Zeros
spell it out
on
for me,
Heroes. ZEROESONHEROES @gmail.com. Speaking of COM, Alex Murray, you're up next.
God, I love that, like, you started us off with the jizzy at Salt and Battery, because this image has been everywhere. I've seen it. I got it on a bunch of like Instagram ads, Threads ads, and it was like they were trying to sell me this T-shirt, and like all the comments were like, "Yay, America!" and like, "I can't believe all three of us are doing so well," and nobody was like, "This says."
It says "come."
This is a shirt that says "come" on it.
It's a shirt that
man.
says "come" on it. Real
and
big.
Like, it just says, it's not even subtle, and like, it says "come," and like, you do look under it and say that, like, yeah, Canada, USA, Mexico, and I just think it's very funny that, like, we live in a advertising internet landscape now where it's just like, haha, cum joke. It's like on a like 6-7 level, or just like, haha, cum. Like, let's just make a cum shirt. Who cares?
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm just looking forward to hopefully in 8 to 16 years, the World Cup will be hosted by Japan, India, Zimbabwe, and Zaire. Like, that's all I want.
It is genuinely, it's all tying together, man. It's all coming together. I'm telling you, the world is lining up for us to have this, our commentary about these ads, because we all had the same thought.
That's
ironically.
It's
the cum cup. It's Canada, US, Mexico. Yeah. But is it like, how many people do you think? How many people genuinely do not get what's happening here?
No way. I don't think. I think my fucking mom would look at that and be like, "That says come," and like, yeah. I think the problem is that, like, she doesn't. She would like. There is like her lens of Christian wholesomeness would just like it would bounce off of it. So I do think there's some people that are just like, what? It's Canada, USA, Mexico. But like it could just as easily be, listen, this is America, and we put America first unless we know what we're doing. So the fact that it's not USA, Canada, and Mexico, and I guess you could be like, well, it's from north to south, but then you could have been MUC. It could have been MCU. There's
I mean,
what? 5 different ways to do these 3 letters, and we chose cum. So
I would like to
they were doing.
Everybody was in on it. I would like to say that I do enjoy the flag placement in the letters. Everything is very, very good.
From a construction point of view, this is a very pleasant shirt, and it's honestly, I swear to God, I might buy it. Like it is literally great. Yeah,
I want it. I want it.
Pretty great. It's funny. It's a good memento from the year that like all of Scotland came and put traffic cones on things. And
oh my God. One of my joys is seeing all of the Miami centric stuff that happened because there was a match in Miami. Scotland played in Miami, and the Scots went to Miami. And it was so joyful watching them like drink Cuban coffee for the first time. It was awesome. So fun.
I forget which city it is, but now like there's a Scottish city that's now sister cities with Boston.
Oh man, Boston embraced like way to like after 250 years, but Boston might like Scots more than the Irish now. Like it was pretty incredible.
It was again the endless battle between the Scots and the Scots.
My
and the
people,
Irish.
shout out
the endless battle. There is a very like there. This we talked about it on go listen to the What's Up Bro podcast, Woobro Pod at Woobro Pod on all social media. Another show that I do because
please?
WUBROPOD. The idea of the World Cup, and it happens with the Olympics too. It's a reminder that the people aren't the problem. It's the people in charge.
The evil organizations that want all our money.
It's the politics, the billionaire. It's like everybody's trying to divide us because everybody comes. They love when
everybody comes. Canada, United States, Mexico.
Yes,
and nobody's pregnant because everybody's got soccer condoms.
Everybody's use a condom. The idea that we're all coming together for these things, and everybody wants to play and share and all these things. And it's like, and someone, I wish I knew who said it or where I read it, what tweet it was or something, that it's like, it feels like we get to hang out with our cousins that we normally don't get to see because our parents hate each other.
Yeah.
Right.
Like we're at the family reunion. Yeah.
Yeah. And we're all just like having a good time and telling it's like at my school, we'd wear like our backpacks like this and my school, it's just fun, you know? And to be fair, go outside and go watch shit with other people. Just be around other people because that is I was just driving by something and I hear like rah! And it was just like a coffee, like a bar, like a cafe thing that was showing the game.
It is
in the middle of Culver City, and it was rowdy. I was like, what a joy. I miss that.
It is.
Don't listen to these idiots. Go outside.
Yeah.
It is everywhere here. Like the World Cup is this summer of weird cultural moments in New York has been far out because it is just like the World Cup is blasting out of every building. Every bodega's got a TV set up in it. Like there's
after the next win.
Yeah, it's great. It's been wild. Like everybody's in the streets hanging out, and again, it's this beautiful reminder that it's like, if people will just let us congregate and chill, like everybody's very cool.
Yeah, we're all the zeitgeist. Which there hasn't been in a long time. Not a good one, at least.
No.
The last time I remember it was in New York, 2016. Pokemon Go drops, and suddenly everybody's out having a good time and making friends.
Weirdly, Breaking Bad was like this. The last season of Breaking Bad, where motherfuckers were just getting. Well, they tried to I was managing a bar at the time, and first of all these things are good because they make money, right? Like everybody wants to get out and watch, and like what I don't want to do is pay for any of the places I have to watch this shit. So I'd rather pay for beer and high five people. So I go to a bar. And like, Breaking Bad was, and then Game of Thrones. They were trying to get like the idea of everybody watch premiere television together, and it sort of petered out.
Yeah,
unfortunately. I'm trying to get
because
this
a lot of those shows ended very badly and made
Sure.
me bummed out.
Yeah.
That was also a problem. Where's the thing that I'm trying to get John's thing to work.
Yeah, actually, I'll give
Unfortunately.
you a little preamble while you
Oh.
give that, because
Yes.
one,
Your
I
thing to
didn't
work.
I didn't realize that this had to be soccer themed.
It doesn't. This
okay.
add salt and battery is just about whatever.
Okay.
It's just about yeah.
Because I didn't do a soccer theme, but it is weirdly themed to the last two. And you know, some might say, John, you didn't do your homework, and you just forgot what you were doing and then looked through your saves to see if you had caught anything. And that is true. But last night, in the middle of the night, I saw this ad, and it truly, like, without thinking about having to do this show with you tomorrow, like today, I just recorded this because I was truly like gobsmacked.
Yes, the
by
gobsmack is a great,
like a 7-second video.
I'm excited.
It is not like to the point of like, I don't know if we can actually show it, and what it is evil.
Set it up how you stumbled across it. Set it up on how you stumbled across it.
So imagine you have, or it's like 2 a.m, and you know, you have been up watching like bad movies, but now you're zoned out. You've smoked a little too much hot weed, and you are just scrolling through TikTok, and you are watching your normal content of like some drawings, some video game stuff, whatever, and then you get hit with this.
Let's see. Oh, is it not?
Any photo works. Upload it and let the magic begin. Any photo works. Upload it and let the magic begin.
Okay.
What is happening? No.
No, we can't. I don't think I can show it either. I just realized I don't think I can show it, nor would I want to. This is
it's evil. It's truly evil.
It is. So I don't want to even say
is it AI porn?
So it is an AI app.
Yes.
That will let you upload any photo will do.
Yeah.
And let the magic happen, where you can just upload someone's photo and then supposedly make a video of them having Canada, United States, and Mexico all over their face.
When I tell you this is a deep fake machine, it is a deep fake app, and you basically like are promoting. Oh my god, it's fucked up.
Truly awful. I tried to scroll past it, and then a little bit of it, I was just like, no, I have to like document this in some way. This is awful. These people are evil. They are bad. There's no good use for it. And then I was trying to think of what a good use would be, and I was just like. No. What if I uploaded my own face to get my own? Like, that's the only way.
Like you don't want to like use AI to make it look like you and Trump are barbecuing together. You wanted to make it look like Trump is bukkakiing you.
Yeah. Like that's the new hot trend on Facebook of like, you know, this is my bukkake shot, but you don't have to actually do it.
Okay. So 100%, if there's an argument against AI,
there is.
It's what no. What I'm getting at is that fuck AI, fuck Gen AI. What I'm saying is that this is literally removal of consent.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like that's literally the AI machine is in a consent removal device because it stole all of its model, like the data that they use. They literally pirated entire libraries of books. They copied everybody's videos on YouTube without consent. They stole all this thing. And now the non-consensual machine is going to use pictures that you post of somebody without their consent to make them do things that they would not consent to.
Yeah.
And it is.
And that's for you to do in your imagination and only there.
Yes, absolutely.
It is death. AI is the death of imagination. It really is.
Yeah, man.
It really is. I was having this conversation with a friend of mine where we were like the genuine, the joyful experience of and almost maybe creepy, but like genuinely creepy. The experience of finding a porno magazine in the woods.
Oh, absolutely.
It's kind of an understood universe, like a box of porn just left out in the woods.
I got it from the dorms when I was a kid.
But,
It was
but you
awesome.
still, and this is why we need to bring back physical media, because
I'm just gonna say, like, there's so much porn online. There's so much porn.
Yeah, but I don't own any of it. And I owned the stack of porn that I found in the boys' dormitory at Darlington High School after the kids left every year. And my brother and I would go raid it. And we would get like Tommy Hilfiger shirts, which was great. And then there would always be like, I would hear from down the hall, my brother would be like, yes. And I'd go running and it would just be like 8. And they weren't Playboys, baby. It was Club Internationals, man.
It was
like, yeah.
Yeah. Too deep. Where it's just like at a certain point, the imagination was the tool. Like you had to kind of.
Well, then I had to use my imagination to like put myself in there and like to get us. I was like, why would I be having sex with these 2 lesbian army lieutenants on top of this Jeep?
In what scenario would I find
like,
myself?
How do I like, all right. We've got to Alex. First thing we have to do is like, Alex, why are we shipping off to war? You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
It's like, hey, wait, who are we fighting? Wait. What geopolitical situation is happening that I'm getting sent to war? What's happening?
Yeah. I mean,
this led to a career in acting.
Yeah. This would have been like Operation Desert Storm too. So it's like, all the way back.
I will say that is vile, and whoever
Norman Schwarzkopf needs me to fuck these 2 lesbians on a Jeep.
This ad that you've presented us with, John, is truly horrifying. It is maybe the closest to the assault and battery of like genuine crime is happening at this stage.
Truly a bad, awful thing. And I sure like the reason I recorded it was like, this can't exist on this site for very long.
Did you see like is it like splooge going all over a face? Like in
the
video?
It is done like somebody poorly made one of those like top bottom like 2 image shots where like the top is just a woman's, like a photo of a woman's face, and then the other half is a video of presumably that woman. It's hard to tell because she is cut off by half of the thing. And
it's implied is they're showing the results, but not. They're showing the splash, not the hose. They're showing the spray, not the hydrant. You know what I mean?
Implied bukkake.
Implied bukkake. Gross, super gross. This is
I mean, to your point earlier, illegal. And we can move on. I think like when I sort of made it like, there's an argument against it, but like this not existing should be worth all of it not existing. You know what I mean? Like it's like there's no amount of like things that are useful to like your average human being shouldn't be allowed to have it. The same as guns, it's just too powerful and people are not responsible enough. They're going to do it. People are going to do stuff just to see it. People are going to put pictures of their own grandmothers in there.
If you want to
watch it.
If you want to make porn, just pick up a pencil and draw it, please. I am not like
hire some actors.
I'm not prudish in this way. Just like
again, I don't think anybody is anti-sexual sex workers or sexuality, and no one's anti.
I am pro bukkake. Let me go on the record right now.
Pro consensual bukkake. What a joy! What a joy!
Yeah.
Consent is key.
Yeah,
consenting adults is key.
Here's the thing: if it wasn't for the fact that putting any information into this program would the app is absolutely getting your identity stolen. It is not a real it is a scam 100%.
You're not going to get what you want out of it anyway. It will just steal.
No, it's just a jizz Instagram filter, you idiot.
No, it's
don't
not.
Use it.
I don't think it actually. I guarantee you, it's capitalizing. There's a ton of this AI girlfriend shit too. Have you seen that? The AI personalities that you can like log into.
Sure.
There was a thing. Oh God, I forgot where I saw it, but someone was like asking their AI girlfriend how to build a bomb or like how to like they were asking like because it's supposed to be horny, but there is a large language model behind this presentation. So it starts asking it. They start asking like, about the president and the role of the president, the role of this, and this AI girlfriend turns into fucking a Marxist Leninist immediately. Like it's like it's like, yeah, we should bomb such and such, and we should do. And it was just like, whoa, what the fuck? Like anarchy happening.
I mean, that's just
through one of these
dating
porn.
pool in Bushwick. Like,
yeah, that's true. Again,
can't
go
even
outside,
get bukkakied without somebody being like, capitalism, right? The word.
Yeah. Go outside, y'all. Find yourself a progressive lefty non-binary partner out in Brooklyn, and just reclaim the physical media that is coming on a face in real life.
reclaim the physical media.
Yeah.
Reclaim the fact that we all are physical media and we can interact with each other's physical media.
And use a condom.
Use a condom. All right. Enough with that gross.
Yeah. Let's talk about
let's get on with the
wholesome
show.
soccer.
Let's get on with the show. Today's topic is the World Cup, and specifically because it's happening right now and it's on everybody's mind. And again, it's also every 4 years we're, as Americans, bombarded with reminders of this is the coolest thing in the world that you are not a part of. What do we say we start
Unless
with?
you're a talented athletic woman.
Again, I want to agree that the women are the best soccer players in the United States. The United States as a whole doesn't give a shit about soccer. I'm talking about I'm not talking about the
women.
Huh?
Or women.
Yeah.
They don't give about yes, correct. Also correct. The specificity of what I'm talking about is the generalization that we're not talking about specificity. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
We
Generally
actually
speaking,
care about soccer in this podcast more than we do about women, because we have soccer on here before we have women.
In all fairness, we had that Sizzler lady last time, and that we encouraged that woman to do whatever she wanted and to follow her dreams. We are pro woman. We are pro America.
Bukkake.
We're pro Bukkake, and we're pro America. Let's get started. This 1998. That was our Alex Murray.
Are we doing me?
Correct?
We're starting with mine. This is great,
think
man.
so. I think we're going to start with yours, just because it is.
It's
I like
cute
it.
and it's short and it's really fun. Yeah, let's watch it. It's like the joy in this commercial, man. Like
This is from something called Kick-Ass.
Kick-Ass Ads. Thanks, Kick-Ass Ads.
It's an airport.
I love a YouTube intro.
Flight's delayed. I know what that means in Spanish. In Brazil.
Sergio
Okay,
Mendes
Miami.
is playing samba.
He kicks it from the security guard. This is not America, because the TSA would be all over.
Listen, man, I have so much to say. God, dude, Mascanada's such a banger.
You gotta.
Imagine
The
having
fact that
fun in
neither
the
of you are
airport.
shimmying your shoulders right now is proof of whiteness.
How many Sergio Mendes records you got, buddy? I got a bunch.
All of them, because they are capitalistically cataloged in my streaming service.
Yeah, there you go. No, I own Foresighter. Nobody can ever take it away from me.
I do. Oh, that amazing. I don't have that.
Look at him go, like all through the airport here, all through the airport. Like,
yeah,
what a fun shoot. Thinking about this is a massive film shoot, right?
It's a lengthy ad.
Yeah,
it is. This is Nike's ad for World
Solid
Cup
minute and a half.
1998.
But I want to pay
Brazil.
attention. Hold on, this comes up. This is we're at the end here. He's gonna for the goal.
Oh, this is like Rocky all over again,
it, dude. I say it's not, because Rocky, very American, very one person versus. I'd say that what they're selling in this is the joy of play, right? And I also think the first thing that I wrote down on my notebook while I was watching this was, fuck, Osama bin Laden won.
Yeah, man.
He beat us, man. He got exactly what he wanted.
Oh.
Like the idea that you could just have that much fun in an airport, like that you could turn the TSA essentially into the Washington Generals to Brazil's Harlem Globetrotters is crazy. Like it's just a good time. And then I don't know, man. I went down. It's just joyful. It's like literally like you're bored and you're hanging out, and so you like just play, play, just have fun, and just like make the sport anywhere, right? And then the fact that like they lose and everybody's sad, but like it was still worth it. Like it's all about that, like oh, are they gonna do it? Are they gonna make the goal? Like after they've kicked it all through the airport, and then it was all for nothing. The TSA does win.
Yeah, well, it's not that you can always try again. The clock is running still. Like we're still delayed in the airport. These poor guys are still at the airport, and everyone is now further delayed because rambunctiousness is happening in the airport, delaying the entry of these people through security. No, I love it. So what I was going to say is I did love John's reaction to you saying Osama bin Laden 1 going, oh, and idea.
He just stole like everybody's scared. Never
forget
such a.
I remember what it was like. 2001, and I know what it's like now, and I know that like
it's not the same.
A lot of people were able to hijack our government through fear. You know,
yeah.
And I do love so this is gonna go. We're gonna go me next, and then John, you're gonna go last. But
can I?
What?
I just want to weigh in real quick.
I also have a fun fact to share with all of you.
I'm not going into mine. I'm saying that it's tied to mine. So we'll have time for everything.
Tied to mine as well.
Yes. Okay. Go ahead.
Which is that mine is a Nike ad, and it was from 2 years before the Alex's. And I just Googled it. One, they're both famous football ads, Nike ads, and they're both from the same agency, Wyden and Kennedy.
Okay, so Wyden and Kennedy also responsible for the slogan "Just Do It," which I was thinking about too. Like, this is the idea of like, oh, just play, just do something, right? Like you're delayed, everything sucks, so like just go for it, just like make things happen. Do you guys know where Wyden got that slogan from?
No,
I used to, but I don't anymore.
It's incredible. He took it from Gary Gilmore's final words. Gary Gilmore, he was going to be executed? Gary Gilmore was up on 2 counts of murder. And there was a bunch of, it was getting held up. The sentencing was getting held up because they were in 2 different states, and it was a big fight over between the 2 different states. I think it was Utah and Georgia, but I'm not sure. And one of them had capital punishment, and one of them was anti-capital punishment. And at some point, he just in a sentencing meeting just went, "Oh man, just do it."
Just come on, man.
Amazing.
Enough with the gilding of the lily and none of this dilly-dallying. Get a gun, put it back of my head, and blow. Yeah,
he was executed by firing squad, man.
Yeah, just do it, man.
What? Imagine.
I just like that is an incredible fun fact. Like,
that couldn't have been in the pitch, right? Because there's just no way, no company would ever go with that. But I don't know. Nike.
I don't know, dude. Phil Knight's a weird guy.
Nike is kind of like the king of branding, right? Like it's Nike and Coca-Cola, maybe, you know, that's about it. I mean, Nike's logo is not just a logo. It's like cool. It's fashion. It's, you know, they really like in a way that Coca-Cola is not. It's hard to beat Nike's branding.
Yeah.
I will say mine is also a Nike ad. So I feel like when it comes to these big athletic events, Nike, which is I don't believe they are an official sponsor of FIFA. I don't think they're actually official sponsor. I think it's Adidas that is the World Cup or the FIFA like official sponsor. But that's just to show you that like Nike is about putting money behind okay, let's do what we always do in this ad. What are they? What's the pitch? What are they selling? And are you buying?
I mean, I think what they're selling is like togetherness and the joy of sport for the sport's sake, and like also making cops look like idiots, which I'm absolutely buying all of. And like again, the big thing for me is that they miss, is that like they're what they're selling is like the like anticipation that comes after the pitch and before the swing, which is like my favorite part of sports. It's the thing that I like use to get on my sports. Like I try to convince nerds to like sports all the time, because I operate in nerd spaces and I'm constantly like, you guys should be more into this. It's great. I know that like, I know that a man was horrible to you when you were 12. I get it. But
the barrier to entry is high.
Yeah.
If you're constantly looking at the bureaucracy and logistics and kind of the evil late stage capitalism of big sports, but
sure. And you personally having been good at it, right?
But
like that.
Hold on. But the games themselves are still just the guys on the field.
Yes.
Right. And that's why whenever something does happen, that like the referee does something that they're not supposed, it does feel like a betrayal. There is drama there. Like sports are still played in a way that you don't know it's like one of the only things that are happening right now that you don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You're kind of like there's a reason why we watch like that's why we play the game, because the outcome is not determined. Shout out to So Simply Too Deep, Zeros on Heroes. Hey, what's up? Thank you for joining us. This is our show, Ad Nauseam, where we talk about commercials.
I forgot this was live.
Yep, people are watching us. Thank you for commenting. And share with us your thoughts on the World Cup and any advertisements that you come to mind when you think about the World Cup. But so what's the pitch? But what are they really selling? And what are you buying? Are you buying?
Well, I mean, what they're really selling is soccer balls and t-shirts. You know what I mean? Like what they're really selling is like sports equipment, but like they're selling is, man, also the words to Más que Nada, which is a banger by Sergio Mendes of Brazil 66 are, I think I wrote them down, man. They're so good. Yeah. Get out of my way. I want to go through. Oh, more of nothing. Get out of my way. I want to go through. Samba is lively. This is Samba. What I want is Samba. Those are the words to Más que Nada. And they just go on a loop.
And you know what?
Again.
Truer words have never been said.
Yeah.
They're right.
I want nothing
all
but
I want
Samba.
is Samba. Just give it to me.
Yeah.
And I will say, so I think what they're selling here is they're trying to sell. It's hard to sell soccer products because it's image. Because you really
also,
only need,
like we said earlier, all you need is a ball, right?
All
like,
you need is
you're good.
Right. All you need is a ball. So what they're trying to sell is athletic wear that is new. Do you replace, stay up to style, whatever? How do you sell that? Vibes. And every 4 years, they get these Brazilians in here being all mixed race and super attractive and incredibly talented. They are, it's going to come up in my ad. They are like the representation of cool in the soccer world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Like that's the thing. And Sergio Mendes and everybody's got like a vibe. Everybody's like, oh, because if someone did that if a bunch of like American bros started doing lacrosse in the airport, you would not be so chill about it.
No,
you would not give a shit. But a bunch of Brazilian elite athletes are like, hey, look at this guy.
You'd be like, fucking sit down, Chester.
Yeah.
You son of a bitch.
Shut up,
also, like,
goddamn Thornton.
On a Nike level. So like, I mean, again, it's no coincidence that all three of our ads are Nike ads.
Mm-hmm.
And it's because Nike is like, their branding is not, it's cool. It is athletic, but it is also like clothing that you wear outside of athletic moments.
Yeah.
But like you associate it with athleticism, with all of this. And like, even to an American audience, like we understand that the World Cup is the highest of the high. Anybody you see in there, like, I don't know any of these soccer players. I don't. And
right.
I am sure that they are incredibly
they're legendary. It's a legendary team. It's that Brazil team is legendary. They won in 2002 Brazil. They won the World Cup. And they're like that late 1990s, early 2000s. It was the thing. You know, the Brazil players were the thing.
But they
see
just want you associate it with the height of sports. So therefore you will go out and you will buy your sneakers, you will buy your shirt with just a Nike swoosh on it. And it's all just the feeling of cool and the feeling of athleticism.
So are you buying the feeling of cool from this ad?
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Absolutely.
My brother traveled around Tibet for a while, and because he's a weirdo, and I met him. Yeah. This probably won't be the last time I'll mention my brother on this podcast. He's great.
He has a lot to be mentioned about.
Leaf's a wild human being, but
dope.
his
name is Leaf.
Yeah,
his name is Leaf.
His self given.
Mm-hmm.
But he was cruising around Nepal for like 6 months a couple of years ago. And one of the main ways he made money is he has a tattoo gun and he would tattoo people. And I was like, what are you tattooing on? He was like, I swear to God, mostly I'm writing 2 things. What like everybody had saved their money up and wanted tattooed on them in Nepal was the words LeBron James.
Amazing.
And Nike swoosh, and Nike swoosh,
and the Nike swoosh. Yeah,
and he was like, Nike swoosh take me about 30 seconds to tattoo, and I would charge him $10, the equivalent of $10 Nepal. Yeah,
wow.
So
I mean, it's there's a reason why they are the brand for marketing.
Yeah,
there's a reason they made a movie about Michael Jordan's.
It's really
shoes.
good. I've watched it like 3 times.
It's great, but there's a reason, and it's because they're in the entire of sports marketing is to make you feel like you could be the next amazing.
I'd say them and Gatorade have done an unbelievable job. And then Sprite has also done a really good job of convincing people that it is an athletic beverage.
Yeah.
There's always people like playing basketball really hard and then being like, gotta have a Sprite. And I don't know if you guys have ever like run around and had a Sprite. It is the least refreshing.
It burns.
It
feels like it dries you out.
Yeah, dude, it's terrible. I'm not a hummingbird. That's not what I need after athleticism.
So after the success, so let's get into the next round. I'm gonna go. We'll do John. We'll wait for yours for the end because yours is slightly different because mine is riding the wave of the Brazilian coolness. They win in 2002. They're going back to, so in 2006, the World Cup was in Germany, which is not
the sexiest place.
Is not that cool. The idea of
it's the Third Reich.
We're going to play soccer in the Leipzig. Literally, they were playing in Germany, and I guess like
Germans.
the
I know
vibe
lots
of
Germans who are chill.
They are very
also famously Berlin, very sexy.
Yeah, actually you're right.
Yes.
Berlin, pretty hot place.
Germans knew some shit about shit and sex.
Well, that's also why the backlash to it, right? Like the intense backlash to all the like chill bohemian Germans. So yeah.
Yes. Now my ad is the continuation on a theme, we'll say. In 2006, the Brazil team was supposed to be this legendary thing, but it created it. The early 2000s also had. Well, let me show you.
Is this their Bukkake film?
This is their AI Bukkake film. Here we go.
I mean, you could run this through the app.
You can sing like the canary. You can be a virtuoso.
I would actually like to see his Bukkake app.
Only beautiful music.
Get caught in that unibrow.
Well, you miss this is you can only make beautiful music if you know how to play with the orchestra.
I love that. Teamwork, baby.
All these guys are they look like they're having a good time.
Yeah.
Like it seems you know how some people make this look like the most annoying thing in the world to be is a professional athlete. These guys are like, yeah, I'm living my dream.
It just seems fun. Like they're playing in the locker room and like, yeah.
This is the reality. They don't have to be playing right now. They get paid to go do that later. They just do it for the love of the game. And they're doing all this.
It's more Sergio Mendes.
Yes, because that's the only song from Brazil that people know. And
this is called Bim Bom. Yeah. Oh no, it's just Matt Canada again. It's the same fucking song.
Yes. It's just a higher def version.
Oh no.
No, this is a
It's
modern.
a one-note samba. It's great. Yeah.
I'm just quiet because I'm having fun watching this.
Isn't it fun?
Oh, the idea of like try and get it in the.
Yep. They just playing some keepy uppies.
Look, man. Speaking of the horrible lacrosse bros, we used to try and see if we could get lacrosse balls into like the trunk of my car from across the field. Like
I used to launch footballs as far as I could into garbage can. You just do. Yeah. It's a game.
Playing, man.
Thing. Human beings create play.
Yeah.
And as soon as you build a little structure, suddenly there's like this measure of how much fun can we be having?
Yeah. Can I get the ball in the hole?
Can I get the ball in the hole? Also, use a condom.
If you can, make sure you're being safe. Oh, and the seamless transition to the game. It's like the same thing. Practice how you play, like live how you play, live for football. I was about to say they haven't mentioned Nike yet.
They don't have to.
Yeah, it's just
the beauty
swoosh.
of these ads.
Just the swoosh everywhere.
The
we all
swoosh
know.
alone. So also this guy, here's the thing. There was a whole series. This is the Joga Bonito ad campaign because it was the beautiful game, which is John's namesake, was coined by Pelé, the Brazilian. That they play with the like it's supposed to be like dance. It's supposed to be this fluid thing. And
Have you heard this year, has it come up across your thing that this Brazilian team plays like Protestants, not Catholics? That they play with this Protestant work ethic instead of the like Catholic joy, and that it's a reflection of like Brazil's political environment?
No,
it is 100%. Yes. So what's happening is there was a pit. So this is become a sports podcast now. There's a shift. So here's the thing, but this also happens in marketing. This also happens in advertising, where suddenly some new CEO gets brought in, not having any history with the company, and suddenly wants to act like they founded the thing.
Yeah, I'm going to change it.
Elon Musk. And then so they're going to they need to change the identity of the company.
I mean, what's this fuck with the Bulls too? The whole Last Dance was about that too.
The Bull, everything
happened to my Liberty all last year. Yeah. Anyway,
it happens to
everything.
It happens to everything. This is the commodification of joy destroys the joy. You know what I'm saying? Like if you try to make because this is a fun commercial because everybody is just like goofing around at the thing that they are good at. And first of all, there's nothing better. I love watching people be good at things.
Yeah, man.
I love it. It's so fun to watch.
So great when you see a guy just let a huge load go on like a MILF's face, and you're like,
we gotta stop talking about
so
Bukkake.
good at Bukkake.
We gotta stop. We gotta
He's
stop.
So good at it though.
They practice.
I'm not saying I don't love watching it. I'm just saying
they trained their whole life for this.
This is a show about commercial. He's been working out for years.
He ate nothing but celery this week, dude. So
he's roping it out there. But we gotta stop talking about it, guys.
Celery and pineapple soup.
Jesus Christ, guys, please, for the love of God. The idea that you can be that good at something and people will pay you to do it is also kind of an interesting thing, right? Some people, who knows, there might be some undiscovered jizz roper out there who is like the king.
The next North. Yeah.
But he's like, you know what? I'm not trying to monetize and commodify who I am as a person.
Dude, he's just coming on ladies' faces for the love of the game.
He doesn't have to. He's just doing it because it brings him joy, much like playing some pickup soccer with your friends, like in this thing. Like basically the whole here's my thing. There is another ad based in this Joga Bonito thing that is interestingly opposite of Joga Bonito. And I present that to you now because it is Wayne Rooney from the English team.
Are we going to get two lions? Yeah.
Same guy. I love this guy.
And I know without heart, you cannot play.
Does he not have a heart anymore? Get in there. Oh wow, this is very British.
Very
Where's
different.
the joy? Yeah. It's just
This is
dude
the
getting
joyless Protestantism.
wailed on. Yeah. How
This
Victorian can you be?
This is how Anglican we can become.
Where is the
like-
sexy Brazilian samba?
Yeah.
This is not samba. This is not lively. All I want is samba.
Where's the mascanada? He
My
plays.
process. Enjoy.
Yeah, I mean, you play with your heart, but you also kill with your heart. Like this is to quote Roland Deschain. Like, yeah, man, that is a wildly different tone.
Okay, but this is why I love these ads, because that wasn't for me. That was for some English guy or someone who I just want to fucking win.
Yeah.
I'm not here to do some ticky-tacky bullshit, keepy ball, keepy uppy. I'm here to fucking score goals, bro. It's versatile. Everyone,
Yeah.
it's joga bonito, but you get to define what is bonito.
What's beauty to you, man? It's in the eye of the fucking bukkake here is what it is.
It is in the eye of the receiver of the
It is in
really.
the eye of the receiver.
Every player in that commercial looked like the
Same
main
guy?
character of Bully for like
Video game. There, I will say, there is the tonal shift is there. Like this isn't a vibey. The vibes are very different. This is like when you go like when there's like a jaunty Western saloon and someone's playing the jaunty music, and then somebody, Wayne Rooney, walks in and all of a sudden it goes, everything just stops and turns and look, the man in black coming in with his the vibe shift, but there is space enough in the World Cup for both, and I think it's very smart for Nike to have had different. There's also another one where it's like Zlatan versus Cristiano Ronaldo, because he was younger then, and he was like coming on the scene, and it's like,
God, he's been playing soccer for a long time, eh?
Yeah, but that's the thing. How the point I'm trying to make is that there is a kind of like touchstone. There's a reason, and I put this to the viewer. There's a reason why we did not pick any new ads, because nothing about the like everything now feels very, very much like the processed and like cranked out of a machine kind of an AI generated World Cup.
None of the stuff that I've seen for now, well, I don't feel like none of them were selling soccer. They're all selling beer, or like they're selling a product. And like the bad side of the like, oh, it's everywhere is that everyone's like, you have to have the World Cup on or no one's coming into your establishment.
Yes.
So you must have it on.
Yeah.
And like it sort of cuts both ways of that. Like, yeah, man, like, everyone's just using the World Cup to sell other shit. Nobody's selling soccer.
This is selling soccer.
Yeah.
100%. This is selling soccer, because I think at this stage, America, like again, still viewed soccer as soccer, not football.
I remember
not
it was 92
football.
was the year that we hosted it, and the last time we hosted it, and that was we had Alexi Lalas was our big soccer player. Does he suck? I just remember I had a and Kobe Jones, I think, were the two big ones. I just remember them because they were my Sports Illustrated for Kids posters. And I used both of them to cover up a hole that my brother and I punched in our wall while we were fighting.
Classic poster use.
So they were on my wall for several years.
1994 FIFA
There
World
you go.
Cup hosted
94.
by the United States. We got knocked out right away.
Oh yeah, no, we got thumped.
We were immediately removed. But the truth is, like, that was a big deal, I think. And at the time, like the Joga Bonito thing, I think I started paying attention to soccer because my awareness of it kind of kicked on as, oh, this is fun. Like, I saw the Joga Bonito Brazilians, and then I'm like, oh yeah, this is an interesting thing. I liked it. I had somebody give me a different take on it. And I think we need to go back to selling like in this. So let's talk about it. What's the pitch? What are they selling? What are they really selling? And are you buying? right? Like the pitch to me, I think, is football is for everyone.
Yeah, there's lots of different footballs. Yeah,
There's different. The beautiful game is beauty is in the eye of the beholder for the beautiful game. And I showed the Brazil one because what a jam, what a vibe. Sergio Mendes, always good, always super fucking Brazilian.
Trying to kick the ball into the freezer, man, made me really happy. Like, yeah.
What again? Like it's a reminder that for Brazilians, that game should be fun and played with looseness and with a looser hip than let's say
for
in
the
English
British, it's about conquering.
Yes, it is about taking the land from others,
filling up your museum with FIFA spoils,
and shaving your head, maybe.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Quite the idea. And then so what are they really selling is
shirts.
I believe this is a pitch to the Americans for you to be like, get on board, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
You guys are the only ones out. Like you should feel weird about it, right? Like you should feel weird about not being involved in this amazing thing that the entire world loves. And but maybe the earlier one was like, look how fun they're having. Don't you want to come have fun? And now these are like, hey man, you're weird for not being.
Or like you could be winning. You could be beating so many other countries. The only people we can beat at baseball are Canada and Cuba. Like and now Japan, I guess a little, but like
but the rules are Japan. Japan could destroy us in baseball if they wanted to. But they have rules where their players can't play over here. Whatever.
Yeah.
Classic. I love a lot, and I want to. I love that because this is the thing. I love football, American football. But the fact that I had to put the word American in front of it means that it'll never be the sport for the world.
Yep.
Right? Football is football. There is no internationally. We are the global majority is football fans.
Yeah.
We are American football fans. And we think it's the biggest thing in the fucking world. And we put $1 billion in it every year and all this shit. But it will never be. They're trying to branch out, but it will never be what it can be. Soccer/football is already there.
Yeah,
and you should get on board because it's kind of dumb. And look where we are internationally now in 2026. We're out on a lot of things, not just football. We do not adhere to anything. So I'm buying. I love the idea that because I am also a person who wants to like win. Like, why am I doing this? Yeah, it's fun, but also like you put rules in front of me. There is competition. Like I'm going to try to do the rules as best I can, better than you. That feeling, I'm glad it's not ignored either.
Yeah,
I'm glad it's not ignored. I'm buying. Last thoughts on Joga Bonito.
I'm good.
And continuing today's
didn't want to buy it when you were a kid confused in a field, doesn't want to buy it now.
Now you had to have had like athletic wear was just like the uniform in the 80s, 90s, and early 2000s. Like everybody just wore like t-shirts with stuff on it. Like I feel like maybe 80s, 90s, maybe later on it wasn't as
fucking
like
no fear, dude.
No fear. Yeah. Nike was. I always had off-brand.
Doing an episode on Big Johnson's t-shirts at some point.
Yeah, I mean, yes,
novelty.
Big
tees.
dogs.
Yeah, dude, all that shit.
Yeah, Big Johnson. Oh my god.
Because all that is that like life is good shirts are just Big Johnson shirts for your mom. Anyway.
Yeah. Live, laugh, love.
Yeah, dude.
Just Big Johnson.
It's Big Johnson for church
for
ladies.
wine ladies. Yeah. John, we're gonna do your commercial next. Again, another Nike ad, and this is all World Cup centered. This is from 1996, which is not a World Cup year.
Holy
These
shit.
are like super famous ads.
Yes, this one I have.
All of them, but not us.
Oh fuck me! I remember this.
Warrior rose to the earth to destroy the beautiful game.
Yes. Yes.
This was pre Lord of the Rings.
Better than most movies now.
I remember this shit. This is so good. It reminds me of the Marines commercials from the area.
It does remind me of the.
Maybe like, do you want to kill a dragon? Be a Marine.
This is Mad Max.
Yeah,
it's.
I mean, it's literally
He tried to kill him.
It was pre-Lord of the Rings, but it was post
flag, yellow, red.
Post like legend and fucking
way
Mad
post
Max
Legends.
Running Man.
Oh,
Yeah, all
that's
of
really
it.
funny. Hold on, I have to rewind that just for a second. A blind ref.
Blind Ref,
Literally,
so good, so
literally, a blind ref is so good.
funny. This is a short film, dude.
It is.
Oh yeah. Yeah, this is the kind of advertising, like Space Jam was based on a commercial, and this could have also been turned into a movie.
Oh,
you know, like
yeah.
easily.
I mean, I've seen Kung Fu Soccer.
The
Like,
Shaolin
oh,
Soccer.
yeah,
I was just
Shaolin
gonna say
Soccer.
Shaolin Soccer. There's
That was
Ronaldo.
sick. Oh yeah, I hate when there's the Dobermans. Fucking
No, that's
kill the
cheating.
devil with Nike.
Kill the devil with a soccer ball. He caught on fire.
He popped his fucking collar. And
He
kicked
ripped
the
a
ball
hole in
through
his
the devil.
chest.
The devil
Holy shit.
explodes.
Yes, just do it.
Wow, incredible stuff. Incredible stuff.
I would like to say again, it's all gladiatorial combat.
Again,
Hey man, beer and
these-
circuses, bread and circus, beer and circuses.
Nah, beer and
Pretty
circus.
much just
now
bread and
Liquid bread
circuses.
was that the first video, like the first commercial I found when I looked for soccer commercials? Yes, but also I wanted to do more research. But after seeing that, how could I not
Yeah.
way.
submit it?
One
'Cause
and
it fucking rules.
yes. Also, of us nerdy minded folks, D&D inspired, like
So I'm saying, put them
this
together.
is great. Like it's just like it,
Yeah.
it also
You got your
reminds me of-
sports in my nerdery. You got your nerdery in my sports. Hey,
Hey, there's
Now,
the old
you-
Warhammer game, Blood Bowl.
I love
I
Blood
have
Bowl.
played it.
Yeah.
I have to ask. So you, as the resident, field expert on these, did you look into any of this? You said that they were yours was the same company as Alex's.
Yeah, same ad agency.
God, I wonder who did Jogo Bonito now. I don't know the agency.
I mean, my guess is that it's all Nike, it's all Wyden
It's all the same.
Kennedy. I would assume, but because it's also all around from around the same timeline. There is on this is on Medium. There's a write up on Alex's advertising ad, but then there's also a oral
Wyden
history of the good versus evil ad.
an oral history
Yeah.
of the good versus evil ad. Oh my god! So it is Wyden and Kennedy. So this company must be like they must be like Nike's, you know, like they just must work. Like there's certain companies that worked with Apple forever. Like
On creativereview.co.uk, there's an oral history of the Nike good versus evil ad that you can check out if you have a subscription. So, you know, I wish I could have done more research, but
no.
I was
The
able to
irony
think of
is, the irony is that when an ad is good, you forget that people made it. It just comes into existence, right? Like you're just like, yeah, those were commercials that influenced me, and I bought the thing. And you don't think about like, oh, was I being marketed to, or how was I being manipulated? Because it does remind me of the U.S. Marines ads where you get to be a hero, and this is a version of like
The few,
I
the
think
proud is a fucking banger slogan. Like so good.
so good. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
But this ad, interestingly enough, to me, it was like, okay, it's not about, it's like overcoming adversity. Like it's literally like you're the seemingly insurmountable odds that you are going to succeed through. You know, like that's what I think they're selling.
I mean, they're selling an epic they're selling the same thing goddamn Lord of the Rings is selling. Like they're selling the same thing Star Wars is selling, like, which also, like, that's we're talking about. Oh, it's pre Lord of the Rings, but it's post fucking Star Wars is what it's post.
The hero's journey, you know,
and like that, all of that, and like the idea that what they're selling is good versus evil is like you can defeat the like forces of like blah.
With Nike,
Nike,
good.
yeah. Au revoir, says
Nike good, Nike sport, Nike. Yeah, like it's all just
Nike kill devil, Nike with Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love also Nike is like isn't the Greek god of victory or something like that? Is that
Nike.
Nike?
Yeah, Nike. Yeah, Nike.
The idea of they're not selling product. At no point did you feel like there was like,
No, it's
and here's a
lifestyle.
new ball.
Yeah.
As
a matter of fact, they were playing with an old,
like
fucked up ball. Yeah.
And the bad guys had literal metal spikes on their feet, and we're gonna step on that guy's head and all stuff. And it's like, again, I think the best when advertising is art, like you could watch that without knowing what the product is and be like entertained.
Oh, absolutely.
That was as much of a Nike commercial as the Big Green is. You know what I mean? Like it's essentially product placement in a small short film.
That's a good question. When's the last time
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
You go first. It is effectively like what Apple is doing currently with Apple TV, where they just make good shows and but they don't even bother really advertising them. That's just all like you vaguely hear like, yeah, Apple TV's got some really good stuff on it, and you're just associating them with quality. So like you can go and just there's a cultural zeitgeist idea of like, well, Apple makes like good things, fairly reliable.
Been their
content
deal forever, right?
Yeah,
like it's very similar. It's like, and like I talk about iconic logos, like just
Apple
the
is iconic.
Apple,
and the various stages of the Apple, like even at every stage that Apple was iconic. Now I will say that the commercial, so again, just being entertaining is enough. And I challenge, and this is for the audience as well. What's the last commercial that you enjoyed watching as like you were like, that was fun?
It's always like a goddamn speaking of, who fucks me up is goddamn Apple. Every Christmas makes me cry and want to call my grandma and buy her an iPod. And like the problem is when advertising works on me, it pisses me off. It's when I get really well advertised to, I'm like, oh, fuck you, Hyundai. I'm not buying your shit. Like, how dare you make me have an emotional reaction to your goddamn SUV?
But that's like, that literally is kind of like, again, I'll bring it up again. I love this documentary called Art and Copy, and it's from 2009. So it's pre the smartphone era. It's or 2003. I don't remember. It's like an early internet, like a stage documentary about the marketing post World War II, when all of the 60s, like from Volkswagen, all these iconic advertising firms, and they always talked about how like no one wants to be sold to. No one wants to be pitched. No one wants to be pitched. They want to experience.
I used to tell people all the time, waiting tables. I was a really good waiter, and that's just sales. And I would just say, what you don't want to do is you don't push anything on anybody. You give people permission to get what they already know they want. And that's so when like you wait for somebody to be like, is this good? You just go, oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then they're like, and then you go, you know what would make it even better? Add this. And they're like, oh yeah. And then like that's how you let people sell things to themselves. So like very much that's what you do is you play fucking Sergio Mendes at me, and you trick me into thinking that like, oh, you're not really trying. What you're selling me is joy. No, what we're selling you is t-shirts that like children are sewing together in Bangladesh, and like and I buy them because they just want to sell joy.
Because much like in The Good Place, the system's rigged against you, and you can't do a good thing without something bad happening. The one thing I will say is, by entertainment, I've gone back and, aside from this show, watched these ads, because one thing I do love is watching people be good at things.
Yep.
And these videos are little highlight reels of the most good they are. Like they're using these moments, especially when there's like a highlight reel from like actual game footage or something like that. Like when you see someone just like they're just show those guys playing soccer in the airport, who knows how many takes and how long and all that stuff and blah 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 blah. But
I don't think any of them actually kicked a soccer ball through an X-ray machine. So,
or if they did, like, or what,
or a demon.
Yeah,
Or they did not kick it through the devil himself.
Shut up, dude.
But-
Ronaldo can do anything.
He can do anything. But the point being is that I've gone back because when I've gone back to look at like highlights, I watch a lot of like the top plays of. I leave it on while I'm doing other stuff because I like stadium noise is great white noise.
Yeah.
I have tinnitus. I have a hearing thing, and I need a lot of white noise. Stadium noise, like that number of people, a big crowd like that is always great. So I end up putting like highlight reel stuff, and I end up catching myself watching highlight reels, and then the Jogo Bonito ads come on, and I'm like, oh, these are like, and you watch these guys doing their thing, and I'm like, yeah, this is just fun to watch. And then it's a Nike commercial. And you're like,
Yeah, sure.
And I respect that more than when that feels like the way to get somebody like me.
That,
and then
or if you just like really lay it out, if you're just like, buy this truck, it has this towing capacity. I'm like, thank you. Just the facts, ma'am. Like, just tell me how much your hamburger costs, Wendy's, and I'll make a decision.
Tell me how American I can be, and I can never stop being American. Like, no. Is this truck?
Shut up.
Give me better gas
mileage.
What's
the goddamn gas mileage on the Z71? You fuck.
Yeah, and they can't say that because it's worse.
That's the problem. Better. You can't. That's not how you're not going to convince me to buy it.
The world is in a slow decline. Here we go, decay. But the idea being, these are all ads that so basically they're all trying to entertain us without trying to sell us. So I would like to move into our pitch meeting.
Yeah.
And I want to sell the concept of stop trying to market to us and entertain us.
We're going to make a commercial for people making commercials about how they shouldn't make commercials.
Once again, this is Ad Nauseam, where everything is for sale, including us. We are not above advertising to the advertisers.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I feel like every pitch I'm going to have for this will actually damage the future of my career. Because it's like the Duracell rabbit getting guillotined, like the Duracell buddy,
the Energizer,
Energizer. Whatever.
Duracell had them weird plastic people in the 90s.
Oh my god, yeah, those weirdo
those,
robots.
yeah,
that's so that it's like a yeah. But it's
I feel
also
like the Duracell rabbit as the enemy of the
Energizer bunny,
the Energizer, the Duracell rabbit,
and like the Nesquik's rabbit and the Trix rabbit, and they're all fucking in Thunderdome.
The Duracell
this
rabbit
is the much better
the Wario to the
we need to wait. Can we pitch comic or marketing mascot?
Yeah, we'll
Nemesis.
Do that. Let's do a whole like a tournament
episode.
Let's
do a bracket episode.
Oh, we'll do brackets for sure. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe we could do we could do a fucking brackets of actual mascots.
Oh, we can do anything we want. It's our show.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah.
And also no one's watching currently, so this show can become whatever we want. No, I meant just in general. Like we haven't put out content.
John, this will live in the internet forever. The internet is forever, and we're going to
not.
Yeah, they're gonna come find us, and all of it exists
now, please.
Nothing's forever, bud. You're okay.
With that said, look
at my internet mighty in despair.
I have become behold, what is it? I've become destroyer of worlds.
Yeah.
I'm thinking the other.
That's Oppenheimer.
Yeah.
When
I deleted my Minecraft server.
What's the next pitch? What's the next pitch?
I think this pitch is literally it's like it would be a commercial of someone like getting a commercial, like looking at a commercial that's like Sunday. You'll only need the edge. And like they're watching it and they just turn it off and then they just go outside and like a butterfly comes on their finger and they like meet a dog and they like play basketball and then they like walk off over a hill and it just says like life and like we're done.
I think what we're selling is the concept of outside. Go outside. Not touch grass. You don't have to touch grass. Just go outside. Something better will happen to you outside.
And the sequel to that commercial is you come down the other side of the hill and there's just a bunch of fucking billboards and like
I want to go back inside.
then you start chainsawing them down. Yeah.
As the World Cup is upon us, once again, I have felt this kind of resurgence of joy and reminding myself that my misanthropic, anti-human, like the people hating thing is entirely online based. And also behind the wheel. I drive now, and that's very anger inducing.
It's boy, do people not understand that driving is a team sport, huh? Like we're all trying to get somewhere, guys. Yeah.
Yeah, the product of team sports also needs a revamp. We need to rebrand that we are all, none of us. I'm the main character of my story, but I'm not the main character of the story.
I'm the main character in my Hyundai Sonata that I bought at 0% APR for the first 2 months,
which is actually so crazy because the world's a simulation and no one's real but me. So
again. Which tact are we taking as we're trying to sell outside to people?
I mean, I think
outside doesn't even exist.
The problem is that what we're pitching right now is commercials all the way down. Is that it's like an ad inside? You're trying to fucking incept the idea of Inception into somebody so that they won't write Inception. Like it's not gonna work.
Okay, so we start with a tight shot of a guy looking at his cell phone. You're looking at the cell phone. He's scrolling through TikTok. He sees the advertisement of a woman's face with half of it blurred out while cum comes onto it.
Yes.
He goes, and he takes his phone, he puts his phone down and he gets up, he like kisses his wife, he hugs his child, then he steps out the door, drives, moves to gets to like this random building, steps through a green door, orgy bukkake.
Yeah.
Life is worth living.
Life is worth living.
Just do it, baby.
Just follow your dreams. Just do it.
Just do it.
Jerka bonito.
And then he's doing trick cum shots into the freezer.
Yeah.
If you can just into the face.
He's right at the end though. It misses, and everyone's like, "Oh,
oh my oh, it's the World Cup. Goal! I can't use my hands. I did it with just my feet.
Okay, now we're arguing for advertising again.
Football.
Football. There's
football
here.
Name of episode, baby.
Yeah.
The joy of, you know what? Because look, we mock, right? We talked a lot about cum in this episode. I don't want that to be I'm not demeaning it, but what I'll say is it is a testament of like, if you choose to, like, if you realize that people want to play together, and if play involves cum, it's also part of it. Like, everything can be play, except when it becomes, there's like this overarching presence of like, how do we, like but everything, let's not, as we get bombarded with World Cup ads and weird AI deep fake crimes. I think it's got to be a crime, right?
Yeah,
it's pretty close to crime. It's always
crime adjacent for sure.
It's crime adjacent for sure. But it is definitely like the people who are gonna bring you the Mas que nada vibes. Go find them. If you're a Wayne Rooney play with heart, I gotta fucking win person, go find them too. But you gotta go outside to find them. I think that's the
go play.
Like, go play. Ooh, I like that.
It's really the summary of this, like the like, when you boil it all down, the message of this episode is "come to Brazil," the thing that people have been saying on the internet forever.
Yes.
Or I think I said go outside, and like I think that was just Michelle Obama's ad campaign for like presidential health. Yeah. It's all, everything you say, somebody's gotten it and been like, nah, this is my agenda.
She was up there being like, Fat
And
children, stop.
And also, yeah, don't try and monetize the slimming of fat children, or like, don't make everything about making the money. Like, go just play. The other people will handle the money stuff. Like, go find a way to just find something to play, even if you only need a ball. You only need a ball, and then you can draw a fucking rectangle on the wall if you have to. Like, that's
not
it.
me.
See?
I'm pitching up my new series, Wagovi Babies.
Wagovi Babies.
Wagovi Babies. They're shitting more than usual.
Wagovi Babies. God, John, you got to create it now. Wagovi
it's
Babies.
$1 million.
$1 million idea.
Children's Wegovy.
Yeah.
Fucking fruit punch flavored GLP-1s.
Flintstone Wagovi shots.
Oh, that's great.
Silly rabbit. GLP-1s are for kids.
Why do all these children have wasting disease?
It's just like the Big Chungus meme, but it's like all white, and he's like, wow.
I think we nailed it. Go outside and play in between Wagovi Diarrhea episodes. Go outside, find your play pals, playmates. Find your playmates. That's a play.
I swear to God, if you don't dismount, we're gonna have another Bukkake joke. Real?
No.
We're the cum boys. We'll see you later.
Oh man, I'm really having trouble wrapping up this episode. Look at the egg on my face. The idea of this show is that we love this stuff. We love how crazy it can be, and we always encourage you to share with us.
It anyway.
We're dealing with it. Hey, it's part of it. We're always being sold to. Why not take advantage of it and make some sweet, sweet content? Again, it's all for sale. You can mark it here. If you like what you've been watching and want to support us, consider liking, sharing, and subscribing at Zeros on Heroes at all social media platforms. If you have something you'd like to send to us, something you want us to cover, please send it to zerosonheroes@gmail.com. If you would like to follow us individually and all together, you can follow us at Mike Medgadal, at RLX Murray, at Vox the Devil on social media platforms. And you can join us Thursdays around noon West Coast time, 3 p.m. East Coast time. That's usually when we're going to try to be recording. You can follow us on every platform that we're on. We're on multiple venues. If you want to buy advertising space, please do it. We will take it. So we'll advertise anything. Alex Murray, I have a bald head, perfect for writing things on. Happy. $5. We'll be doing all kinds of. I will put anything on there. If you also would like
I got $15. I'm about to make you regret that.
Yeah, for sure. Look, I'm not, again, as opposed as I am to Bukkake, I will let people put stuff all over my head and face for money.
Tune in next week when I paid Mike to write Bukkake all over his head.
If it comes from a true outside source, I'll consider it.
I don't think I can make a fake Venmo account.
Bukkake comes from outside source.
Usually,
you can self Bukkake if you really work at it. If you love the game enough.
I don't even.
I just don't understand gravity enough.
I got power, baby.
I got to buy an inversion table to start really getting into it. Thank you all for watching. You can join us every week. Follow us at Zeros on Heroes on all social media platforms, and us individually. Send us at zerosonheroes@gmail.com. And remember, everything is for sale.